Garlich, welcome.
Thank you, Marcel.
Garlich, registration is open for the upcoming Euroseeds Congress later this year, and I believe it will be from 13 to 16 October in Copenhagen, Denmark. Can you tell me a bit more how it's going, registration numbers, and what can we expect?
Yeah, the early bird has just finished, end of June. So we're now in the late, in quotation mark, registration phase. Our numbers look pretty much what they looked like last year. So we already have around 700 something registrations that have come in. We have actually sold all of our booth. So we're good as far as the preparation is concerned. So I would assume that we will end up with similar numbers than we had last year in Malta, which was in the end a record Congress again. So with more than 1,300 people coming. So I would expect similar numbers. That's what I think. So, and it's a very nice location in Copenhagen. It's very convenient. It's a nice city, obviously. It's fairly easy to get to. So we're looking forward to it, and it should be a good Euroseeds Congress.
Mm-hmm. Great! Can't wait to go there. Is there anything new, any specific, exciting that people should be on the lookout, and perhaps linked to that? Why should people register to come to the Congress?
Well, it's always good to register for Euroseeds Congress. That's no doubt about that. But I think this time, what is obviously new in quotation mark is by the time we will meet in Copenhagen, we have a better understanding of the new European Parliament setup, including who is going to be where. So meaning what are the individual MEPs' positions in the political groups. Do we already see maybe new majorities forming or a different approach of the different political groups? And as you have seen, there was quite a bit of a shakeup after this last election. We have round about 60% of all MEPs in the European Parliament elected for the first time, so they're newcomers. So there is a lot of change, and there's a lot of fresh blood, which always is interesting. But by that time, we will also know what does the composition of the future commission may look like. So who are the candidates, for which portfolios, with what kind of a program have they entered the discussions and the hearings in the European Parliament committees? So I think we will have a little bit more of an idea in what direction specifically in our areas around agriculture, agri-food policies, the new European Commission and the new European Parliament may be tending. So it's not for nothing that the overarching theme of the Congress will be something like Quo Vadis Europe. No? So where are we going? What is going to happen? We had a big political theme for the last Commission with the Green Deal. And we expect that will slightly evolve now towards a Green Deal that puts competitiveness as well as defense probably right at the top of the political agenda. And to analyze all of that and understand better what does that mean for us as a sector, I think that is what we're aiming to do in Copenhagen. And that should be relevant for all the seed sector individuals that come. So I think you can expect a very good overview and a first better understanding of what might happen over the coming 4 to 5 years.
Great. Now, I look forward to that. Any indications whether some of the new MEPs will be there as well?
Well, as usual, the problem is that they are going to be in Strasbourg during that week. So, but as we are close to an airport, we hope that we will find possibilities to engage them, and be it only in a virtual manner, which we have done before. So we'll see. Also depends a little bit of how stable the political situation is going to be by the time. For the time being, I think it's fair to say there's still a lot of uncertainty whether things go according to plan, and we'll have an elected new Commission President already mid of July. So there's still a lot of things in flux. So, but I hope that we can engage them also during those days in Copenhagen.
New this year in Copenhagen, and I saw this in many social media postings, is the InnovAction Stage. Can you tell me a bit more about that? Explain the concept and what triggered it?
Well, I think that the trigger was really that we saw that there's a lot of discussion about technological advancements in and around agriculture, including plant breeding. And obviously, one of the big triggers also was the advent of gene editing in the broadest sense of the word. So there were a lot of companies that started to pop up that were new, that were not, let's say, the usual suspects, but spin-offs from universities, spin-offs from companies. So a lot of technology, including, of course, artificial intelligence, big data. How is that going to influence some of the things that we're already doing, making them more efficient, making them faster? So we felt that it would be interesting also for our membership itself to be better exposed, let's say, to these kind of innovations, as well as the other way around for those companies to have the possibilities to meet their potential partners or markets of the future. So we felt it was a good opportunity to try to broaden the scope of the concept of our congresses with a specific presentation around innovative ideas, marketable products, services that may well shape the seed sector of the future. And so we started with a bit of horizon scanning, so understanding who's out there, and got quite an interesting number of applications from companies that will now be evaluated by an independent panel of experts, and that then will lead to showcasing 12, that is the plan, of the most promising innovative ideas and products during the Congress at different times, and then selecting the winner and probably two runner-ups during the Congress based on physical presentations by these companies. And we hope that this is also interesting for our members, our companies, to actually send, in addition to the people that normally would attend our congresses, maybe also research directors, people that are involved indeed in this kind of horizon scanning in their respective companies to join us and just get a better understanding of what's out there, what may influence their company decisions in the future.
Very exciting. I understand that the deadline for nominations has passed. So can you lift the veil a little bit on how many and what kind of innovations have you received?
We specifically targeted the area of breeding with this InnovAction Stage pitch, because the plan is, of course, to have this element as a constitutional element of our Congress also in the future, but to always address a very specific part. So not have anything, but to say this year, we're really going to focus on everything that's related to breeding. Now, obviously, that includes gene editing, phenotyping, but also all the supportive technologies around it. So that includes artificial intelligence, big data processing, optics, etc. Whatever you can think of. So, but we're not going to look, for example, at innovations that deal more with seed production or seed marketing or actually seed treatment. Those are areas that we will cover in subsequent editions in the coming year in Edinburgh and the year after in Valencia. So we try to focus the InnovAction Stage every year on a different element or different part that is relevant to the sector. So for this part now, this year, around breeding, we had a good 60 applications that were coming in, of which some were more relevant actually to other parts, but I think there were good 50 that actually qualified for the concept that we had in mind for this year. And out of those, now the task of the selection committee is to find the dozen that we consider to be the most promising. So that'll be an exciting round of discussion between the different members of that expert group. But we received really very good presentations, good data, good information about the individual pitches that were made. So I think we have a very good substance for that selection committee to make that decision, that first decision, I have to say.
Wonderful. Very exciting. Can't wait to see them all. Thank you so much, Garlich.
You're welcome, Marcel.